I don't fear a man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear a man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee. We humans are an amazing species. Sometimes. If you don't count the wars, crime, bad politics, pollution, hatred, genocide, greed, jealousy, and so on. Well, scratch that. We're not that amazing. But a few of us are. Think of names like Kobe Bryant, Bruce Lee, Einstein, Da Vinci, and Steve Jobs. This may not be your list of heroes, but you're free to add anybody you want. These people are arguably the best at what they do. The amazing few that the world has to offer. Although we are now 8 billion people on the planet, and the more people there are, the harder it is to stand out, there is one thing, one secret, that the greats all have in common that makes them who they are, and it is called mastery. Mastery is the highest level of expertise and competence that an individual can attain in a given area. I'm sure every single one of you already knows what it takes to achieve mastery on any given craft, whether that be singing, running, studying, creating. The barrier is not to know how to do it, but it is how to maintain consistency. Simplicity. The secret to standing out. It is much more difficult to perfect simplicity than it is to drift off into complexity. The more effort one puts into fewer activities, the more effective and outstanding results come out of it. This reminds me of Apple's founder, Steve Jobs. Jobs would never attend an ordinary board meeting with non-essential staff. His philosophy was to work with only the few very smart and essential to the task at hand. Everything else and everyone else was a distraction. I've always been intrigued by the philosophy and success of Apple. These people aren't just a bunch of workaholics stuck in a dark room trying to find out how to sell the same product over and over again. It is common to hear people on the internet saying that Apple does not innovate or that it is boring and that they have strayed from thinking different. But I happen to believe that this is a misunderstanding of Apple's way of design. I'm not about to defend this trillion-dollar company, but the core of Apple's philosophy is in giving people exactly what they need in the simplest way possible. Easy to use, easy to understand, and focused on only one thing. Leonardo da Vinci once said, and I quote, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication," end quote. We do well in understanding that to be special, different, and to stand out, one must devoid themselves from distractions and from the unnecessary. To focus on just a few moves, just a few crafts, a few songs, a few styles and ways of thinking that will bring about outstanding results. I'm sure that you've heard this somewhere. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before finally cracking the light bulb. Of course, this is an exaggeration and nobody was counting. But the point of this is to make people understand that there are more complex and wrong ways of doing something, but just a few ways of getting it right. So, what is the secret to standing out? How do you make an impact? Thousands of hours, a lot of focus, and cutting off distractions. Distractions can be people, like friends and family. Distraction can be a lack of simplicity, a lack of clear and definite objectives. Like right now, you can probably go work on that thing you know you have to. But like and subscribe before you go.